When you get a text message, you might know what LOL means, but how about YOLO, GLHF, or IDK? Using acronyms to communicate with their friends via text or via Twitter isn't really anything new. In fact, though, more and more are popping up every single year. The Wall Street Journal's Eva Tam checks if we are up to date and asks if acronyms will be the language of our future.
Technology is rapidly changing the way we communicate by text. But are you keeping up? I put people in Hong Kong to the test.
Laugh out loud.
Smile. Very smile.
Oh God, Rolf, that was something we said in college, but I don't think it's the same meaning as this.
So LOL was pretty easy. That's been around since 1989, according to the Oxford English Dictionary. But how about with newer acronyms like these? Let's say my WSJ colleagues wore out IDK.
Good luck, have fun.
No idea.
I don't even want to tell you what that one reminded me of.
These acronyms are just a few of the many we use today. Webopedia has over 1,300 text abbreviations for computer and internet technology. And some social media platforms help give birth to more.
Social platforms like Twitter, you only have 140 characters. In the same way, if you look back, in the 90s on Nokia mobile phones, your SMS text, you could only fit 100 characters, so you also had to do abbreviations. So in a way, like 10 years, 20 years on, we're kind of moving forward on a digital platform.
And it all started with this, T9. Cliff Kushler invented the predictive typing program in the early 90s to make text messaging faster. It autocomplete words while texting on feature phones, like these you might have used in the 90s and early 2000s. Without T9, it takes 13 taps.
New acronyms that started cropping up in the texting context, and they really arose because of the pain involved in trying to multi-tap out, laugh out loud with a multi-tap approach where you're averaging, 2 or 3 taps per letter.
But for the Oxford English Dictionary, text abbreviations appear to be an assault on the English language and no laughing matter. Its editors added just 4 acronyms to its entries in the past 5 years, but recognized nearly 5,000 other full words in the same period. The wait list for acronyms appears to be a long one.
Even OMG, we found evidence all the way back to 1917 in a letter to Winston Churchill.
It wasn't until 2011, says Holden, that Oxford added the phrase, nearly a century in language limbo. While linguist conservatives say no way to most acronyms, abbreviation advocates like Professor David Crystal point out a positive, increased literacy.
You can never see a teenager who isn't walking along the road, holding the phone or whatever it is, reading away, sending messages. And that kind of 24/7 exposure to the written language is bound to have an effect, a good effect, on literacy skills.
Still, Crystal doesn't feel that using acronyms will be a growing trend.
When people started studying text messaging in detail, only about 12% of all text messages use these abbreviations at all.
ATM, Crystal predicts that mixing languages in our text will be the next messaging trend. For example, in Chinese, texting the letters BB means baby, but it's KK if you don't understand. Kushler thinks that instant machine translation will be the next big thing. For the WSJ, I'm Eva Tam.